Met Office and NADMA monitoring current weather conditions. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I'm Leslie Ann Johnson Cornwall. The National Disaster Management Agency NADMA is sounding another warning against complacency as Grenada continues to be affected by weather conditions, which officials from the Met Office say are as a result of the effects of the Intertropical Convergence Zone, the ITCZ. The ITCZ is over the southeastern end of the island chain, resulting in the heavy rains experienced Wednesday night into Thursday. It is forecast that the present condition will continue into tonight with possible thunder showers associated with the rains. These rains could produce flash floods and mudslides. NADMA's communications officer, Ms. Oslin Crosby, spoke with Fimba Frank of the Met Office.
To be safe, we are saying for the daytime into the night, there is a chance of flooding and landslides. Right now, we're just looking at the next day. We're saying for the next day, it should be wet.
Okay.
Mostly.
We are encouraging the general public to stay tuned to NADMA for further updates on changes with the system and, of course, any other relevant information as relates to what's happening with the weather condition.
Government has collected $1.4 million more than the projected revenue of $58 million for June 2017, but it fell short of the June 2016 amount by $4.7 million. That's according to figures from the Ministry of Finance, which says that grants received in June 2017 amounted to $3.1 million, and that was $9.1 million below the targeted $12.2 million. It adds that total expenditure for the month was $48.4 million, $11.4 million below the targeted $59.8 million. However, a primary surplus of $16.2 million was realized for the month, which was above the projected surplus of $13.6 million. The Market Access and Rural Enterprise Development Program, MAREP, adds more projects and grants to its collection before it wraps up the first phase of the project, which is scheduled to conclude at the end of this year. The 6-year program is being funded by the Government of Grenada, International Fund for Agricultural Development, and the Caribbean Development Bank. As part of its mandate, MAREP continues to contribute to the reduction of rural poverty and vulnerability in 50 rural communities in Grenada and Carriacou. Program Manager Mr. Byron Campbell says funds provided for the various projects under MAREP are an investment by the government and must be carefully utilized.
MAREP is a project of the Government of Grenada. It is an investment by the Government of Grenada. And in saying this, the funds that are used to finance these community projects are in fact loans, money borrowed by the Government of Grenada, so they're investments that has to be paid back. So it is critical, it's very important that we use it productively and carefully as we go forward. There could be no wastage here.
Under the program, Grenada has benefited tremendously from farm roads to skills training, small rural entrepreneurship support, grants to community groups and individuals. And there are more projects in the pipeline before the program ends.
Over the next couple of months, there will be projects in various communities that will be opening. In Liverpool, for example, in the Bathway area, there's a community there that's going to be using canoeing around the lakes, bird watching, or in Cloget, they'll be doing trails. In every community, communities identifying what they need, what they want, what are their priorities, and going forward with activities. To do a number of things. First of all, to make use of the local resources, creating employment, and satisfying the needs of the community.
The most recent organization to receive funding under the program is the Mon Long Productive Farmers Organization for the establishment of an agriculture supplies store. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The Children's Carnival Frolic returns to the National Stadium on Saturday, August 5th. And this year, it's no exception to the fun and frolic experienced by our nation's children as they parade in colorful revelry. It's fancy masks, still pen, calypso show.
I love Carnival. I love my mask.
It's the Children's Carnival Frolic National Stadium. Starting time 11 a.m. Admission adults $20, children pay $10. More at the door. So don't miss out on this sizzling array of colors. It's Mass, Pan, and Calypso. The Children's Carnival Frolic. Saturday, August 5th. Bring your kids, bring every child, and have a ball.
The management and staff of the Grand Bacolet Rehabilitation and Treatment Center are giving residents a taste of Spice Mass. A number of activities are being held on the facility's compound as part of the carnival celebrations, and one was held on Tuesday of this week. Here's a report from Delroy Louison, the Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Social Development and Housing.
The Grand Bacolet Rehabilitation and Treatment Center, under the auspices of the Ministry of Social Development and Housing, on Tuesday, held a carnival entertainment session for the young people residing at the facility. The event, sponsored by Digital, saw many top and upcoming soca artists, including reigning Groovy Monarch Dash, Mandela Lynx, Candle, Rooney J, and Chucky HD. One of the performers, Mandela Lynx, seized the opportunity to encourage the residents to strive for positive change.
Get up, get another to move forward. Another get out of it and try to change. Make change. If it's all days, the big change is not there. I don't want to see all come back and do the same thing again, you know. All of the men and women of tomorrow change all their life. I mean, all the parents want to see better men fall. So you don't take life serious. You understand?
Management of the rehab center says the purpose of the activity is to give the residents a taste of the outside world during the festive season while being in confinement. It is also an avenue for them to display their talent. Residents were given the opportunity to pen their songs, which will be presented before a small audience at an in-house Soca Monarch in early September. For the Ministry of Social Development and Housing, I am Delroy Louison.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson Cornwall.